From the 9th grade, you already know how to do that. Go. I don't know. 190 something? 191. Whatever you need to do.
Thanks.
Okay.
I was being sarcastic. I'm joking.
How do you complete this table of values? Why are you substituting x? Why do you substitute x? Because x is the what?
Variable? The domain. No, the independent.
The independent variable, which is our input. You don't know what y is until you input x. Right? Great. So fill that in. What is it?
-3, -2, -1.5.
-3, -2, -1.5,
0.
and 0. Yeah?
Yep.
Yeah. So you all know how to do that from the 9th grade, right? And what do you know about this? You know that x is input, which means y must be output, right? Okay. So when it's written that way, you can all cover it. Now, in the 10th grade and in the future, we don't like using x and y anymore because of this. Don't write this down. If I write another function, yeah?
Yep.
And I tell you, okay, tell me what the output is when x is 4. What's the output?
10.
No. The output is 0 when x is 4.
Yeah.
You wrote it right there.
Wait, now,
Tell me what the output is when x is 4.
0.
No. It's 3 plus 7. It's 10. Come on, Sam. Get your head in the game.
What?
What's the problem?
There's too many X's and Y's.
There's x and y's. You don't know which function I am referring for you to input 4 into. Does everyone understand?
Yeah.
Okay? In grade 9, we never asked you to deal with more than one function at any given moment. Yes? Is the real world that simple?
No.
Of course not. So, math guys, and again, I'm being gender specific, mathematicians invented function notation to solve this problem. Okay? In function notation, every function gets a name. Okay? So instead of being y equals 1/2 x minus 2 and y equals 3/4 x plus 7, we give them names because that is confusing. What we do is we write this guy as and this guy would be now, what do you notice that is the same about the two notations?
The X, like the second X, is the same.
The x doesn't change, right? Does the input change?
Yeah.
No, input is still x. What is different? Output is no longer y, it's this notation here, which we read as f of x or g of x or I of x. These are the function's name. So you know which one you are going to work with. Does everybody understand? All right. So you guys being the smart kids that you are, this is a function, right? In grade 9, how would we have written this? Y equals 2x minus 7. And we would do a table of values with x and y. Who would choose what x's to put in there?
We do.
You do, because it's input, right? So those of you who were in my class last year, I would write like 4 numbers here. And on the first day, somebody would say, how do you know what numbers to write there? Because they're input, and I choose. Just like I know that when I hit the 3rd key over of the 2nd row down on my keyboard, I'm going to get W. Because I chose to hit W. And the screen will show me a W.
Maybe if you're lucky and your computer supports.
Aight? That's what we did in grade 9. Okay? Notice, please, in grade 10, we are told to the f of x equals 2x minus 7, and we are told to find the f of 2. You guys are smart kids. What letter is that? Great. What number is that? What used to live in that space? What lives in that space now? Which means x is what? So what lives in that space now? 2. The f of x is 2 times 2 minus 7. What is 2 times 2? 4 minus 7. What is 4 minus 7? Negative 3. So that gives me an ordered pair. What is the x value or input for this ordered pair? 2. What is the y value or the output? Negative 3. So what do you need to remember? This is the output, which previously to now was known as the y value. Is everybody cool? For some reason, changing its name makes people not able to deal with it. Okay? Just like if I decide to go back to my Irish mother's name and come in next year and I'm Mr. Farrell, will you not know who I am? No, because I'm still the same thing. I just got a new name. So, you guys being the intelligent kids that you are, you should be able to tell me what the f of negative 3 is. What is x now?
Negative 3.
So what is x in the equation?
Negative 3.
So what is it? Which is negative 13. And what is the ordered pair?
Negative 3 and negative 13.
Can everybody do that?
Yeah, do you need to give an ordered pair if it doesn't actually ask for it?
No. So that means you all should be able to do this. What is it? So what do I write? Which is
Negative 6.
negative 6. So what would the ordered pair be?
Half negative 6.
All right. Do not write down what I'm about to write down. What would that would be funny.
That was a very not expressive way of saying that would be fun.
What would the f of lightning bolt be?
2 lightning.
2 lightning bolt minus 7. What would the f of dollar sign be? 2 dollar sign minus 7. What would the f of peace sign be? Whatever is there goes for x. No matter What? Can I make that any clearer?
I take it there's gonna be some ones that are kind of tricky then.
No,
With the whole-
Yes.
I'm like dying.
All right, so everyone is good? 100%? All right, let's see if you can. See if you're really good. I have a new function, so you will notice I've given it a new name. Right?
Given g x.
So, this is g of x. What do I have? I need to find the g of 6. What is x now? So what does x become in the equation? What is it?
-4 plus 1 is -3.
It's -3.
Great. So what's the ordered pair?
6, -3.
6, that's -3.
Excellent. What is the g of -3?
Be -2 plus 1 is -1.
2 -3. So it's 2. It's positive 2. And then plus 1. So positive 3.
What's the ordered pair?
-3, 1.
-3, 1.
Sorry. -3, 3.
And finally, what is the g of 0?
1.
1.
Graph it.
No, put 1. No.
Oh my goodness.
Good? Everybody? I see a few quizzical looking faces. Por qué? No, por qué is Spanish for pourquoi.
Oh.
Por qué?
Je ne sais pas, señor.
Why am I seeing quizzical faces? You can all put dots on a graph, yes? Why am I connecting the line? Starts with a C. It's continuous data. Can I take any number in the universe, multiply it by -2/3 and add 1? Yep. Yeah, exactly. All right, now. Okay. I said there were tricky bits to it. Using the information number 3, find the value of x if g of x equals 7. So, g of x
Yeah, let's go.
equals -2/3 x plus 1. You can do this answer on the graph, or you can do it algebraically. How am I going to do it on the graph? Why is my pen not writing lines? Do you think I took my pen off the screen there? No. How are you going to do it on the graph? Talk to your neighbor. You already know everything you need to do this on the graph.
What do you just find 7 on the graph there? Like the y. Add y value for 7.
Which is 7. And then you put the negative 3 plus 1, then you dot that. And as we know, x is 7.
Oh, when you plug it back in, because
Look again at that, Sarah. We're on number 4.
Gx equals 7.
So what are you looking for? There you go.
you have to
vent-
do opposite it. You have to. Oh, you're supposed to.
All right, Byron, you were right. What do you do?
Just find, you just put like, now you know y is equal to
You know that y equals 7 because that's an output. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Y has to be 7. So you need something on that line.
And you can see between like the points -3 and 3 and 0 and 1 that you have to go backwards 3 and up 2. And I just did that twice to get to 7 on the y-axis.
Up, over, up 2, over, 1, 2, 3. Up 2, over 3.
Thank you.
Up 2, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
So, well, I love how aggressive you guys are when you don't understand something.
Thank you.
For
So,
Kauai.
For Kauai.
No.
I think you put your first dot one too high. That's 8. That's why it's wrong.
Or you can just go further down and figure
Yeah.
out how many go to the left if you go up 7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. So, I know that my output is 7. I need the input. I know that this is a straight line, and I went up 2 over 3. So I went up 2 over 3, up 2 over 1, 2, 3. There's the spot, yes? Is that 7 as an output? That dot right there. Yes? I'm looking for the x value. Where does the x value live?
Yeah.
Right there. What is it?
7.
8.
9.
If that was 7 and you went straight down.
7, 8.
I told you it's
So x equals -9. That's graphically. But, as always, if you can put it on a graph, you can put it in numbers. So we come over to here. This is our function, yes?
Yep.
What do we know? G of x equals 7. Where do you see g of x? That whole thing. What is that whole thing? 7, which equals what? And then we solve it. 6 equals -2/3 x. 18 equals -2x. X equals -9. And you can see, you can find your answers both graphically and algebraically. Everybody with me?
Yes.
Sweet. Now, which one of those two must you use to do number 5? Graphically or algebraically? Algebraically. Why, Alicia? Do I have a graph? So what one do I have to use? It's not a trick question this time. Can I do this one with the graph? No, because I don't got no graph for it. Could I graph it?
Yeah.
Sure, I could if I wanted to, but I want it because I like graphing. So I'm going to go algebraically. There is m of x. What do I care about?
Care about finding the answer.
What do I care about right now? That's why it's highlighted.
7.
The m of 7. Do I want the m of x or do I want the m of 7? M of 7. So that x has become what? So what should that x become? 7. 4/3 times 7 plus 2. Which is what? Don't get out your calculators. What's 7 times 4? 28 over 3 plus 2. How many 3's go into 28?
9.
9 with what left over?
1.
9 and 1/3 plus 2.
That's 9.33.
No, it's not. It's 9 plus 2
No, 11.
and 1/3.
We did it.
Decimals are for the weak-minded.
Okay. Okay.
Now what do I want?
Not a limit, okay.
M1.
M of 1. So what do I write?
M bracket 1 bracket equals 4 over 3 bracket 1 bracket plus 2.
And then we do some mathematics.
Math.
And look at that.
Artificial amateurs.
It's 3 1/3. No, 3 1/3. We did it.
Good.
Open up this next
Now,
one.
I don't mean to be mean to you, ladies and gentlemen, but reaching for your calculator or turning that to decimals is infinitely more difficult. Because when you reach for your calculator, you are saying that you cannot do 9 plus 2. That's what you are saying to me. I'm just giving you a hard time, Byron. Relax.
Like,
Relax.
I did this BuzzFeed
I'm
quiz
saying.
in planning today where it was like
I think
really
you're making
easy
stuff
math
up. I
equations.
wasn't-
And I had to sit and think about it.
All right. What's different out here?
See, let's go.
Well,
Yeah, the whole value of X.
X equals 5 is not as M5.
I have the output. So what do I write? 5 equals what?
That whole thing.
4 over 3 plus 2. Solve it.
Okay.
What do I do with the 2?
Take away 2 on one side.
Now what?
5 by 4.
You could divide by 4/3, but you guys are bad at doing that in your heads. So I would do it step by step. Multiply by 3. 9 equals 4x. Now what?
9 over 4 is equal to X.
Which would be
2 and 1/4.
2 and 1/4. Now, tell me the 3 ordered pairs. I know, right?
Oh boy.
What's the black ordered pair?
7 and 11 1/3.
What's the red ordered pair?
3 is 1/3.
didn't even look.
And what's the green ordered pair?
It's 2 and 1/4 and a 5.
Sweet. Now do that yourself.
Oh boy.
Oh, man.
Go.
Life is so tiring.
Go, give it into the four.
Oh.
Is that why you sit beside Lauren? Because I see her pencil moving all the time. And you spend a lot of time.
Sighing.
Yeah.
Mr. Myers, may I please go to the washroom
Yeah.
really quickly? Thank you.
Get different notes. She just
Yeah,
smashes
here's
her paper with her pen.
I know, it's kind of, I do watch what goes on right there.
I read it the other by page, so I can go back and watch the video later if I want. And then I get the notes and a lesson.
Sweet.
Hi, teacher Sarah.
Go.
Or you can just do it right now and you don't have to look. It's ridiculous, Lord. I love you.
No.
Okay. I'm gonna do it. He's asking for math. I really don't mind when they do like the X equals -4, but they're just like the thing. Like I do that in class. It's kind of not nice at all.
Fractions are not something to be run from.
I think they can be. I think they are.
I was known to
A fraction of the cost. They use it right to the sales.
I was run from elementary school.
Remember that time when it was like A&W where the two fast food restaurants had like they were like a quarter pounder and then they made like a third pounder, like the other restaurant was the same price, and then everyone thought the quarter pounder was bigger, and so they didn't get the third pounder. Yeah.
That's because people don't understand fractions.
I don't. But I mean I get their thinking, like 4 is bigger than 3.
4 out of 3 people don't get fractions.
Yeah,
That's why it's a funny joke, Sarah. Of course.
I thought you were thinking of pun at first, and I thought, oh my god. Okay.
Is everybody good?
That's what I would have done.
Now, you guys are smart kids. We've just practiced algebraically twice, right?
I like the graphically better.
Right? So obviously, what are we going to practice next? Graphically. Do I need to go over this? It's just algebra. It's the same as tables of values in grade 8. Yeah? All right. Now, algebra. Oh, Mr. Myers.
Oh, Mr. Brown.
Why you got to be that way?
Why are there so many of those?
Now, is your guys' labeled?
Or
No, it isn't. So, this is the f of x. And this,
W.
other way around.
Oh no.
This is the g of x. And the curved one is the f of x. So let's do some practice, shall we? The first one tells me I want the f of negative 3. So which line am I looking at? The curvy one. F of negative 3 means what?
The input is negative
The input is negative 3. Where do I find the input of negative 3?
x-axis.
Right there. Do I have an output for that yet?
No.
No, because I'm not on the line. How do I find the output?
Figure it out.
I find it on the line. It is right there,
-2.
and it is negative 2.
Ooh,
Good?
What if it's circle?
great.
What?
What if it's circle? And there's
You're giving me away. Have you been talking to Byron? Just wait a sec, okay? Do I ever leave you in the dark?
no. Well, wasn't it
Do I ever leave you in the dark, or do you get left in the dark? There's a significant difference to those two sentences. G of 0, what am I looking at? The straight line or the curvy line? Straight line. G is 0, so I go where? I go to 0 on the x-axis, right there, and now I find the output on the g of x function, right there. Is everybody cool? And it is 2. Is everybody good?
Yes.
Great.
I have a question.
Hold up.
I have an answer.
Why is it G and F?
Just because those are the names I gave it. Why are you Taylor and she's Kayla?
Well, no, but like, is that
Because
their actual
my-
names, or
my
is
mom
that just
No,
the name you
it's
My
it's
mom
just
likes to
you
cherish
you
that.
use letters to differentiate between two functions. Remember back at the beginning of this lesson when I did this to you?
Yes. I remember. That.
Okay.
I was just wondering if there was like a certain reason
She's
why.
actually
No,
And
just
then what's
everybody uses F for function.
Oh,
And then G is right beside F, so
And then what's the I for?
Oh
Just
my
because?
God.
yes.
Okay, gotcha.
Just another name. Like you're Taylor, she's Kayla, he's Sam, and he's Amshire.
But you can call him Sam Schumann if you want to.
If you wanna. Now,
So,
you had a hold up. What?
Or Taylor.
alright, I don't want to try to give anything away, so hopefully.
Can you wait till we get to D or E and see if I can hook you up?
Or Sailor.
Alright.
No.
All right.
Sam.
F of negative 2. Which line am I looking at?
It's Sam.
It's Amshire.
-3.
Negative 2. We'll do that one in green. Negative 2. Down 3. Can everybody do the easy ones? Great. Now, let's look at the next one. What's different in D? Because this is going to answer Byron and Sarah's question. What's the difference in D? Lauren. Oh, yeah. C is negative 3. Yep. Thank you. What is the difference in D?
Well, D, they give you the other one.
They give you the output. So I got to go up to 1. And since it's F, I'm looking on the curvy line, right? So one of them's right there. What is it? 0. But also negative 4. Does everybody see that? Because the output of 1 hits the line
Then
twice.
it's also 1 as well.
Okay? Yeah. No, it's because I'm looking for the x values. 0 and negative 4.
But if we went
But,
all the way around, then
but is the blue line included?
No, no, no.
Oh, okay.
Because this was only the f,
the curve graph would like.
right? We're only looking at f.
Oh, okay, I see now.
You cool?
That was okay. That was my question because I was like, for B, integer.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, because we're only, that's why we give them names, Taylor.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so what's this one? Ah!
And the world will never know.
Finish that page and do 194
Alright, I'll play the chair.
Are you gonna screenshot?
I'll put the chair up.
and 195.
You want to quiz this?
I'll do it tomorrow.
Yeah, I think so.
Time for time.
Hey, you can't pick triple line. Sorry.
What is that?
I swear.
Adios,
Austin's running a
Hasta mañana.
Yeah, you can't hit
That's right.
Bye, Bye.
I hate you. Bye, Leighton.
Hate is a very strong word.
Yeah, and it's what I feel towards Josiah.
Yikes. Why isn't this closing?
That's what I mean.
Shakespeare, man.
Have a good day.
No, Taylor, stop. Taylor. Taylor.
It was your, like,
Have good days.